Welcome to Aspen Yoga. My name is Stacie. Today's yoga session is yoga for runners, walkers, anyone who's really looking at opening up your hips. We are going to need a couple of yoga blocks. If you don't have blocks, grab some books that you can stack up. We're going to really work on opening the hip complex. All right, so go ahead and grab your props and meet me back on the mat. Let's go ahead and start with our yoga blocks are going to be to the back. We'll go ahead and grab those. We're going to start on our back with some pelvic tilts. So on your back here, your feet are hip width apart. And as we normally lie on our back, we have the sway in our back. Okay, so we have some space between our lower back and the floor. And from here, I want you to practice. I'm going to put my hands on my hips so you can see. I want you to tilt your tailbone flat and then bring it back up. So tilt the tailbone flat. Feels really good on the lower back. Tilt back and up. Let's do two more. Tilt and up. Last one, tilt and up. Good. Go ahead and let that natural curve just be. I want you to bring your hands at your side. Walk your feet a little bit closer to your glutes. Your feet are within your hips. So my ankles, my knees, and my hips are in line. Doing a pelvic tilt. Tilt that lower back. I want you to lift up into a bridge. So as we lift up into a bridge, I want you to squeeze those glute muscles. And roll down one vertebrae at a time till the tailbone is the last thing that touches the ground. This should feel so nice on the spine. And then release and relax. Tilt, lift up, squeeze those glute muscles. And as you roll down one vertebrae at a time, feeling each vertebrae onto the floor until that tailbone is the last thing that touches the floor. And relax. Bring that natural curve back. Next up, we're going to try some marching. So I want you to tilt and lift. And now I want you to march. I want you to lift one foot up and then the next foot. Good. Try to keep those hips square and up. So I want you to keep those hips from dipping down and up. Good. Lift and lift. One more each side. 1 and 2. Good. Come down slow, one vertebrae at a time. Tailbone's the last thing that touches the floor. Release. I want you to step your feet as wide as your yoga mat. And I want you to drop your knees to the back of the room and bring them up. And bring the knees to me. And up. Your arms are at your side. They can be out to a T if you like. Good. So just working through our range of motion, the spine, the hips. Good. Let's do one more each side. Good. And coming through. And coming back up to the center. Good. I want you to step those feet into the center. Bring those hands in, and I want you to roll onto one side, sitting up slowly. Let's go ahead and bring those feet into the center for a little bit of butterfly. And as you hinge forward at the waist, pressing down on your inner thighs with your elbows, looking at your toes, keeping your back straight, you may find that one knee comes up a little bit higher. There may be one hip that's a little bit tighter than the other. Nice deep breaths. Good. Let's go ahead and come up. Come into your quadruped. So come onto the hands and knees. Knees are hip width apart. Hands on your palms or your knuckles or shoulder width apart. I want you to round your back for cat. Look up, put a sway in the back for cow. Good. Let's roll through here nice and easy. Tucking the chin to the chest, looking up, swaying the back. Good. Coming into cat and cow. One more time, cat and cow. Good. Coming back to your neutral spine. We're going to do just some quadruped clams. So I want you to bring your leg that's closest to me. I want you to bring the knee up and down, up and down. So you're just doing those clams here. Good. I want you to try to keep those hips neutral, so I don't want you to open up and drop that back hip. Good. Let's do about 3 more. One more time. Good. Switching sides. Same thing on the other side. Lift up and down. Good. Keep those hips square. Keep that knee bent. Nice. Get a nice way to strengthen those glutes and hips. 3 more. Good. Come back to the center. I want you to shift both hips to me and then center, shift away. Get a nice stretch through those hips that we just worked. So shift to me, center, away. Good. One more. Shift and shift. Good. Come back to the center. If you were on your knuckles, bring those hands to the floor. Tuck the toes. Lift up into downward dog. Tailbone is high to the sky. Press through the heels. I want you to lift your left leg up towards the ceiling. Good. Switching sides. Lift that right leg up. And bring it back down. Pedaling through. So as you're in your downward dog, I want you to pedal through. One heel to the floor to the other. Good. Pressing into both heels. Coming onto your knees and press yourself up. Good. Let's go ahead and grab your blocks. I want you to place them on either side of your mat so they're about as wide as your mat. I want you to come into a low lunge. So first I want you to take your foot that's farthest from me, take it up between your blocks. I want you to put your hands on your blocks, lift the back knee, just a nice low lunge here. Adjust your feet as you need to. I want you to keep that back straight. If you can reach the floor comfortably, you can do that. I find I can sink into the stretch a little bit deeper if I have these bricks versus having to struggling to stay onto the floor. Good. I want you to just to take that knee down. Top of the foot is on the floor. And I just want you to come into a deeper lunge here. That knee may want to sneak out to the side, so keep that knee in line with the hip. If you need to bring your blocks to a different level, feel free to do that. Good. From here, I want you to, you can have your blocks as you need to. I want you to walk that front foot out to the side of your mat. So we're not in alignment anymore. And I want you to take your hands onto the floor. And if you're comfortable, I want you to bring your forearms onto the floor. Adjust that front leg as you need to. If you need to bring that front leg back closer to you, you can do that. Adjust as you are comfortable. And if you can only have, say, the opposite forearm on the floor, do what you can here. Walk your hands up, plant that heel, nice hamstring stretch. So plant the heel, use that, your blocks as you're comfortable. Let's bend that front knee and just lift tall again to get that hip flexor. Nice, let's go ahead and switch sides. So go ahead and come back. Bring the opposite foot forward. Pick that back knee up off the ground. So we're in our deep lunge. Nice runner's lunge here, using your bricks as you would like. Good, keeping the back straight, dropping those hips. Good, let's drop that back knee, top foot. Just get a deeper stretch here. Good, just let yourself sink into the stretch. That can be the hardest part sometimes. Good, let's come into lizard. I'll move this brick out of the way and show you. Open up that foot. Bring everything down. So this bottom of this foot can actually come up off the floor if you like. Depends on your hip tightness. So obviously you feel it in the back hip. You feel it in this hip here. So lots of multi-joints involved here. Good, let's go ahead and come up. Come into your hamstring stretch, so grab those blocks back. Nice hamstring stretch. Good, one last deep hip lift. So we're lifting that heart to the ceiling. Good, bring those yoga blocks to your side. Place those hands on the floor. Tuck the toes of your back foot. Come back up into downward dog. Press through those heels. Good, hands and knees. Stretch back into child's pose. So take those knees as wide as your mat. Drop your head to the mat. Arms are stretched out in front. Good, go ahead and come back up. Let's cross your knees as we finish here. Cross those legs in front. Hands are on your knees, sitting tall. Let's take a deep inhale and exhale. One more time, inhaling here and exhale. Thank you for joining me today. Again, my name is Stacie with Aspen Yoga. Thank you for joining me for yoga for runners, walkers, anyone who needs to loosen up those hips. And I hope to see you again next time.